Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. We're down here in Sorrento. It's starting point for our 4-day charity ride for Bowel Cancer Australia, where we're going to head on the Great Ocean Road to Mount Gambier and back over to the Grampians, and then head home from there. But we're doing this for Bowel Cancer Australia. We're just waiting for 2 more riders to rock up, and then we're going to pop over onto the ferry. It's blowing an absolute gale today. We're expecting 60-kilometre winds, so should be a bit of fun. But join us on the road and we'll see how we go.
Don't do that. Look at how tidy that is.
The last 2 riders rocking up now.
They've got the same package here.
So we're here in Queenscliff. We've got Pete up the front. He's going to lead the trip this morning. He knows all the back roads through here. We just met the last rider, Wayne, back at the ferry. So we're all together now, and we just got to find a servo. And once we're fueled up, follow Pete, and he knows his way through here, and we're going to have a good time this morning, I think. But the wind is absolutely howling, but it's been forecast for a lot of rain, and that the weather's turning more into our favour. Danielle's taking a bit wide there. It'll take her a little bit to find her feet. I think she's brand new to it all, so we just got to make sure we look after her. As long as just go at her own pace, we'll be right. Just look after her. But yeah, we just got to find a servo, fuel up, and enjoy the trip. So we've all just fueled up, and we're about to jump on the bikes now. We're going to get into it. It's good to see so many bikes turn out, eh? It's quite impressive. It starts. So it's awesome to be riding in this convoy with all these people. Really appreciate these riders giving up their time and their money to come out and support us in this ride. Really appreciate it. But it's blowing a gale. The clouds up ahead are a little bit dark, but I don't think it's going to be too bad rain wise for the trip. But this wind's blowing us all over the joint. And you can see Danielle stands out there with the bright yellow bags. And the pink vest for that matter. but it's good. It means that everyone can keep their eye on her, you know, given that she's just got a license and stuff. She stands out, so yeah, we can all just make sure she's doing all right. We've got her in the middle of the group here, so she doesn't have to stress about cars and whatnot. Oh, where are we here? Oh, it's a bit blowy on the bridge. Jeez. You can see everyone sort of getting blown around a bit. That wind is absolutely humming. So this is Barwon Heads. There's a sign there just for the caravan park, so still 50 kilometers an hour down here, but yeah, how cool is it seeing all these bikes in front of us? So we're just coming into some of these really nice views along the beach. It's that wind is pounding us, but still doesn't take away from the awesome views. We're about you know, maybe 5 minutes out of Barwon Heads. I don't know how well the views and stuff on the side here. I'm in bushes and scrub at the moment, but I don't know how well it'll come out in the GoPro, but it's quite impressive even on a windy day. So this headwind that we're into now, I just seen Danielle move around the road a bit. This is probably the worst headwind I've ever ridden into. This is full throttle. I'm doing just under 60 k's an hour. I can't even hear the bike. I don't know what the audio is going to be like here, if you're going to be able to hear me talking, but I can barely hear my bike. It is that full on. It had to be 50 plus k's an hour. You know, it was forecast to be getting up to 60, so it's screaming. It's going to be slow going because this wind direction is where we're heading all day. So probably burn through a bit of extra fuel and take a little bit of extra time, but we'll just see how we go. There's not much we can really do about it. Wow, this is bloody next level, eh? Had to go down a gear, not even moving against it. Yes, I reckon she'd be gritting her teeth right through there. Hopefully we get a bit of coverage, get some trees and vegetation. That was like through some sort of low-lying marsh, so you really get the full effect of the wind, but it is absolutely howling. Oh, just pulled straight out in front of her, eh? Oh, she's done well. That wasn't ideal. Even though he pulled out in front of it, I don't even think he still saw her. Like, even when he was sitting in the centre medium, he had just no idea that he just pulled out in front of her. I don't know how you miss. I've got 4 riders behind me. I just don't know how you miss someone as fluorescent as that. It's just insane. So yeah, wow. So we've been separated from Venchi and Trace and that, but that's all right. We've sent him a text telling him we're going to meet him in Anglesea, but it's absolutely, this wind is howling, so we've just chucked on some wet weather gear, and we're going to start heading towards Anglesea and hopefully meet up with them there. But they're with there's 3 of them, so there's nothing to really worry about. They'll meet up with us somewhere else along the Great Ocean Road, but yeah, we'll just send them some text messages to meet us in Anglesea and go from there. That's about all we can do at the moment, but we might have to rethink the way we're riding and make sure we're waiting on bends for the person behind. Yeah, not really sure what happened there. We saw her pull over, so we probably should have made more of an attempt to stop. But anyway, I suppose we'll learn and find our groove as we go. So we've all thrown on our wet weather gear and the sun comes out. It's about typical. We still haven't heard from Venchi or Tracy or Wayne, but we've sent a text message to meet us in Anglesea. It's a bit hard on the bike because we might need to share some numbers around of people that have the Bluetooth in their helmets, because the problem is I can't even hear my phone. I can't even hear my bike over the wind, never mind my phone. So it's just yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but sun's out now, so can't complain with that. we're not riding directly into the wind, so can't complain with that either. So we're just coming into Anglesea. Hopefully Benj, Trace and that are here. Keep our eye out for them. Not sure where the actual main, oh, it looks like it's up here. Oh, the colour of that water's nice. Yeah, they should be around here somewhere, I would have thought. Yeah, I'm not sure where we were supposed to. I think by the way Pete's riding, I think he knows, he's spoken to him maybe, and he knows where we're meeting him, so. Look at the old, I don't know if you can see it in the GoPro, but the spray off the waves looks awesome. I'll see if I can look down there through a gap in the shrubs. This wind is just ridiculous. Just sit down. Just sit down. Are you right? Are you alright? I'm just going to get up to this flat spot off the road. Just sit down. So we've had our first incident. Oh, Danielle's ended up on the shoulder here, had a bit of a crash, so we've lost some mirrors, bent some bars, but the main thing is she's okay. So hopefully we can get this bike sorted out and back on the road. So we just realised we've done the spark plug lead, so we've got Venchi coming back to see if we can sort that out. And we're down a brake lever, which might be interesting. So we're just here trying to get Danielle's bike right for it. We've been able to bike up the ignition lead and get it started, so we might be able to limp it into the next town session to do, but yeah, a bit of a bummer. So we're back on the road, we're going to limp it up to the next town. Her knee's a bit sore, so it's a bit concerning because she might not be speaking up. Because a fair tumble, we've been able to get the spark plug lead sort of dummied up. It's got half a brake lever, but it's still got a brake lever. We've swapped out the mirror, so it's rideable. Probably not ideal, but it's just going to be a matter of how much it sapped her confidence. She seems pretty tough about it, but yeah. We'll just take our time, get into town here, get some fuel and just sort of see how she is. So we're just limping it into Airlie's Inlet now, so she's done well. It conked out again. We've realised the fuel taps are back to front, like the hoses, so there's Luke. He's such a big dude on a little bike, eh? It's hilarious. But there should just be a servo up here somewhere. So we're rolling out of Airlie's Inlet. We're able to change out the brake lever on Danielle's bike and just sort of, you know, she sussed her leg out. It's got a pretty nasty graze on it, but she said she's happy to continue, which is brave of her, you know, considering she's had a bit of a tumble. So we're just going to take it easy now and just, you know, our next stop's going to be Apollo Bay. So see how she's going by the time we get there, but she's being pretty tough about it, that's for sure. Getting some great ocean views along here. So we're officially on the Great Ocean Road. We just sort of missed the sign back there. We pulled over for a photo, but a couple of people missed the turn off last minute, so we just got a little bit separated. But now we're back in convoy and just take our time and enjoy the views. Hopefully just a slow wind through here. We'll just build her confidence back up from that little tumble earlier. So this is the first time, at least as an adult, I maybe come here when I was a kid, but first time coming through as an adult, and it's an awesome road, eh? Awesome views, nice windy, nice and wide. So we're just coming into Lawn now. We're not going to stop, we're just heading straight through to Apollo Bay. So it's a lot nicer riding along here with these big cliffs that protect you from the wind. It's quite enjoyable, the weather's pretty mild. You still get gusts of wind sometimes when you come around these points, but nothing that you can't deal with. We just pulled up on the side of the road waiting for the others. Lockie's waved us down. Got Danielle limping around, but still managing. So yeah, we wait the others. Hopefully nothing bad's happened. So we just got Tracy in front of Danielle there, which was good of her to wait back on that bend, so when the person in front sort of loses sight of the person behind them, they'll sort of pull over and wait for them just to make sure everyone's alright, so it's good to see. Got a flat tyre, I think. So pulled over on the side of the road with these awesome views, because I've got myself a flat tyre. So better start getting this weight off the back of the bike and get the back wheel off. Well, I've got all the swag and that unloaded. I've got to cut some cable ties for that sign, but just waiting for the fellas to come back with some tools to give us a hand to fix the puncture, and we'll get back on the road. What an eventful day. Here's help. So Luke's popped back as well now to lend a bit of a hand. Just inspecting the tyre for any metal that might be in there, but yeah, it spun the valve off the tube. So we'll put a new tube in it, and hopefully that's the only flat tyre we get, fingers crossed.
The thing is putting it in here, getting it sitting place in the it's a bit of a stiff, which is unusual, isn't it? Close to see these guys, aren't they? Yep.
So the tyre back on the rim, it's warmed up a fair bit. We're almost there, just going to chuck some air in it. So we're here giving it a second go because Vanchi ruined the first one, unfortunately. It's hard to get good help. Just stirring him up.
Going places, hopefully. Hopefully goes to a higher place. The other one went too.
There you go, second time lucky.
And then, I don't know, didn't go that far.
You were good?
Yeah, it didn't go that far.
So lucky I got good help on this trip, just doing the final bolts and whatnot, and then we're going to hit the road and get some lunch in Apollo Bay. So they've given me a head start because these guys plan on riding pretty hard to Apollo Bay, so thought I'd better get going. So it hasn't taken them long to catch me, eh? Not long at all. I got held up at the roadworks, but yeah, nah. Done me pretty quick. So the weather's turned out to be not too bad. We're very protected by the wind along this sort of section of the beach, so yeah, it's quite enjoyable. It's good now that we've got this tyre fixed anyway. It's really good, this group dynamics of, you know, when something goes wrong, you know, Danielle's crash, flat tyre, you know, how much everyone pitches in to make sure everything's all right and get the problem solved so we can get back on the road. So, you know, definitely some handy people in the crew, that's for sure. So we're just coming into Kennet River, the sign said. Not sure what to expect. Well, I expect a river. Oh, it's quite a decent river. General store, caravan park. Looks like a nice little spot. Definitely some pretty cool views, eh? Like, I could just imagine how steep these cliffs are to my left. You get glimpses of them, but you know, like, you can't see all the way down to the bottom, so it's left to the imagination. But what views! Wow, look at that. The cars were a horrible place to break down. I thought the cop was waving me over. So here we are, just coming into the main street of Apollo Bay. This is where we're meeting the others after my flat tyre. Not sure where they're going to be. And this car's going to back out on me, is that? Yeah. So we pulled up at Apollo Bay, just grabbing some lunch. The wind's absolutely howling. Yeah, just going to get some fuel, food, and then we'll get going again. Don't know where we're going next. So we're just leaving Apollo Bay now. I got Luke behind me. We're a little bit behind because just as everyone was taking off, I realised I needed to change the battery in my GoPro, which was a bit silly. So now we've got catch up to do, but that's alright. Should be alright. Once we get out into the higher speed limits, we should catch them relatively quick, I think. Geez, that wind, like when you get exposed to that wind, there's a bit on it. Whoa. So we're still trying to catch the others, Luke and I, but we're riding through a bit of this bush now. It's quite nice to be out of the wind. You get the wind every now and then, but predominantly we're out of it now, so we can get the bikes moving a bit faster than 60 k's an hour. Or a lot of the times we couldn't get over 50 k's an hour, but yeah, this is quite nice through here. A lot of ferny areas. It's nice and shady out of the wind, so you can tell now we're scooting along a bit quicker. So we're all back together now, enjoying the very, very, very strong wind. Just had to pull over and let a few cars past. Because I had that flat back tyre, sometimes you get blown around by the wind, and I'm all paranoid now that I've got another flat. But so it's a bit of a sight, all these little Postie bikes chugging up this hill, eh? So we're just coming into Lava's Hill. We're going to go left. A whole bunch of people here. That wind hasn't gone anywhere. It's been annoying all day. We're starting to get a little bit of rain, which is a bit annoying. I don't know how good the cold will be going for Danielle's leg. When we pulled up back there at Lava's Hill, she was saying it's just a bit stiff. She needs to stretch it, but she can't really when she's on the bike. So we'll see how we go. But I'll tell you one thing I'm going to do when I get back is actually take this tacho off it. All it does is drive me nuts. It just, you know, the vibrations just send it all over the joint, and it's the most annoying thing to look at. I've tried a few things to try to steady it with the vibrations, but it's just going to have to come off. It's just annoying it annoys me every time I look at it, and it's just bouncing around. And it's not really doing it at the moment, but every other time I've looked at it, it's just bouncing around like crazy. I just had a bit of an idea. I think tonight, if it's possible, I wonder if it's worth taking the panniers off Danielle's bike and throwing them on Mark's, just to lighten the bike up for her. Like it's pretty, it's got a little bit of weight distributed, like sort of over a wide thing, so it might make it easier for her to manage with her bung leg if we chuck them on his bike. I'll suggest it when we get to where we're going. Port Campbell, 35 k's, so it's not too much further. So we got a bit of rain here now. That wind's howling. That wind's really howling. I'm just a bit worried about Danielle. She's had her confidence sapped a fair bit from that crash. Her leg's sore, and when the weather goes to crap like this, sideways wind blowing us about, it does stress me out a little bit, eh? This is just a little bit like salt on the wounds, I guess. We're almost so close to the end of the day. We might even have like 8 kilometres to go, and just getting smashed now. Not ideal. So the weather's absolutely miserable, eh? We're supposedly not too much further to get to where we need to go, which I'm looking forward to getting off the bike. I'm sure a few of the others would too. It's just been a pretty miserable afternoon, to be honest. Like this wind all day has been a bit of a pain. It would be a massive trip changer if we weren't dealing with this wind. We're just rolling into Port Campbell. I can hear some horrible sounds on my bike. I'm thinking hopefully it's just a strap. The wind just smashed around a strap, but we're here now, so I'll be able to investigate it a bit further. Cheers, bud. So this must be where we're staying. Just setting up a few swags and that. The other fellas are camped on the other side of the campgrounds. Yeah, the Mozzies are friendly here.